Black, Ghana Black Stars.
Yeah.
Black Stars versus Chad. What's your prediction? First and foremost.
Well, I think before my prediction, I mean, I want to say that it's been a while we heard of the Black Stars or watched their games, and as disappointed as they are, I wouldn't say they were. Still, they are that disappointed national team that that have made everybody kind of like lose the love that they
for football,
for
Ghanaian football,
for Ghanaian, no, for Black Stars,
for Black Stars,
because for the local league we still have people who follow the local league, and also we have some
following
selected individuals who follow their respective. Because these days, it seems that the women's national teams are really what
Oh, they're really putting their weight.
They're really putting their weight and making the motherland proud. But for the senior men's team, I think that it is becoming like more or less like a white elephant. But I think that they're playing against their Chadian counterpart. I think that as a Ghanaian, even though that the love is not there as it was,
you're still hopeful.
I'm still hopeful, and I think that maybe a win will be okay. If they draw, well, I wouldn't be surprised. If they win, fine. If they don't win, Charlie. But like I said,
But what was your best?
Regardless of whatever happens, I'm still a Ghanaian. I wouldn't wish them, evil.
Yes.
I
well, them, we all rally our support behind them.
But wish them victory.
But the fact is a fact.
Yeah.
The team is a mess.
It's a mess, absolute mess.
The team is a mess. Fact is, everyone can give every kind of excuse they are giving to the team.
Yeah.
But the fact remains that it's a mess.
It's a mess.
We have a team. We have a team where we have individual players doing so well. You see, a team is a collaboration between individuals.
Exactly.
That makes it a team.
Exactly.
So if you have individuals doing so well in their respective clubs,
the technical team,
and then they come down to
the playing body are not gelling,
the Black Stars, and then it's a flop. And then you see some of the way they play, and you tend to wonder: are these people even playing in foreign clubs? Are they better than those playing in our local leagues? Well, really, that's just a sum. For me, I'm also hopeful for a win. At least Chad is a team that so many teams are scoring. So if nothing at all, we should get two. But we are not scoring goals. Our team is a team that we still don't have a prolific number 9 like Asamoah Gyan.
Very good. You see, the thing is that when it comes to succession plan, I think that in the last 7 or 6 years, we've not really done, because we can say that in the last 6 years, that was when Asamoah Gyan, hit his twilight. I think the last tournament.
Okay, the last 7 years, yes, true.
So let me say the last time he played a tournament in the national colours was in 2019-ish. 2019, yeah. I think after 2019, we've not seen Gyan really play a major tournament for the Stars. So after 2019, COVID hit, and then when we came back, we played what qualifies for 2022. He didn't represent, because that was when we finally said, even though he didn't retire, or he didn't make a press statement, or didn't officially state that he has retired. But I think that after his exit, or after his official exit, as we know, I think that we've not had a proper number 9. I think it's very difficult for us to get a proper number 9. Yeah, because he's been with us for the last 20 years, and he's been doing that. And I think that
is it a fact?
I think that during his playing days, he had a lot of challenge, or he had a lot of let me say healthy oppositions from other strikers. Talking about Dominic Edia. Then we come to someone like
there was this guy. Is it Matthew?
No, I think Matthew is even a senior to him. We had I think at a point in time, Matt Motu came, couldn't gel, and then there came.
No, there was this guy. I'm trying to get his name.
People like Richmond Boachi Adam came, and then we had someone like along the line. We had Semenyo also coming into the fray. I think for
Semenyo, yes.
Later Day Saints, they are, and
but there was this guy. When I remember, there was this guy who also played our striking position for a while. He even played in one of the
Kofi Appiah.
No, Kofi Appiah. No, that Kofi Appiah, I don't really think he actually even made any impact. There was another guy. Anyway, when I remember,
is it Majid Waris? Majid Waris also came back. Majid Waris also came, but it wasn't really. I think that's.
But anyway, personally, what I see with the Black Stars,
I think the attacking bit is really down, and
I just feel the beat of the Black Stars is more or less like we are looking at it like more or less like a financial making venture, something people make money from. Is more than the money the Black Stars pay in just a match At times, even our league in the whole year do not get that money.
Yeah.
And we spend so much resources on them. And the thing is, it like you said, succession plan. Yeah. Back then, we had people moving all the way from inter-colleges where they were scouted like Mekelesian and stuff.
That's even below.
And then we had
played under 12, under 14. That was even before you played the inter-colleges.
And we had a local league that was more vibrant than now.
Exactly.
People were really interested in the local league.
Patronizing the league.
They were talking because the advertisement was
and
more.
And they were great sport like in a former Premier League, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. But you see, these days, it's like when it comes to football, a chunk of money, the money just goes to Blackstats. And not just football, even our boxing is down. Because we are just
in terms of sport, football is ahead. Football is more or less like the most sponsored, sport.
Yes, Ghana traditionally, we're actually a boxing nation.
A boxing nation.
Now every month, in fact, everything is being put to football, and the monies the players get. And you look at the players from where they play from, and the monies they make, and then they come here and we give them those monies. Meanwhile, their league is suffering. The other sporting disciplines are also suffering, and every money is going to football. So you see, assuming we're even giving Blackstats a quarter of the money we're giving them, and using quarter to sponsor a league, and probably quarter to help the coast to coast, the coastal, those small.
The juvenile teams.
Yeah, we will get a transition of very good players moving up there. You know, last time I was listening to an interview by Jimambedu, and he said, when he started, they just didn't start once.
He played from Brekum Chelsea.
Exactly.
The academy side.
And then when they moved to the Under-20 World Cup, those players were moved up there to the Blackstats. So
it's like transition movement or transition, plan. So that's what I was talking about, the succession plan. But you see, Blackstats has been made as a cash cow,
exactly,
an avenue where people make money. And you see, when you watch documentaries about the Three Lions and you watch another one about the Mannschaft of Germany, you realize that these great guys, the Mullers and the Lampards, and you realize that these guys played. Passionately for their country.
Not with money. Do you remember there was a World Cup? There was a World Cup that Ozil donated all the money he had.
2014,
exactly.
when Germany won the World Cup.
When Germany won the World Cup.
Good. So you see, these are people because they have it all. They have it all. What else again?
They see it as a pride to play for their country.
But you see, the thing is that the black man is greedy, and the black man, I wouldn't say, is suffering from poverty because, as you said, football has been made, and the thing is that it's been branded, but just that people are doing so many shitty things in the name of football. In a sense that, back in the 60s or in the 70s when boxing was boxing, when we had the likes of Azuma, Dicky Poison, and then maybe in the 80s when we had Ikote and other people as well, you realize that, the nation was really gelling to the extent at a point in time, realized that, we were told, well, I don't know whether it's factual or not, that at a point in time, Azuma Nelson had to give proceeds of his boxing bout to a head of state to cushion the economy. Can you imagine?
Was it Azuma Nelson or Dicky Poison?
I think it was Dicky Poison.
Later, then he was paid quite recently.
But also we did hear that Azuma Nelson was also helping the state in one way or the other because of his relationship
they were that patriotic.
Very good. And to the extent that whenever he goes to get something outside, he gives a token of his mind. That's what we're told, aside what Dicky Poison gave to the state officially. But you see, football in the sense that, football attracts, the eyeballs because of where we are now, or because of how accessible the game is. We can even play football right in the studio because it is just something that you just get a football and you're done. Play whatever you want to play. And you see, they've made this space a money-making space in a sense that the originators, or let me say the founders or the leaders or those who really made Blackstats what it is now. So cast your mind to the year 2006 when we made our first edition to the Mundial. You realize that a lot of people came on board. Monies were being given to the extent that the disappointing factor was when players were being given winning bonus or being paid winning bonus in dollars. So when you pay someone in dollars and you see you can't reverse it. When you reverse it, the players will also take a stance that okay, if they are reversing it, then let's go and play it anyhow. If we get defeated, or as some of us are foreign players, we'll go back to our foreign-based countries.
In fact, exactly to the point you've actually come to. That's another issue.
Exactly.
That some of them feel, well, even if we are evicted, I still have my club. I'm
exactly because.
But when you compare that to Brazil, let me just use Brazil.
Yeah.
It's a privilege when you are even called up to the national team.
Because you see the thing, I was talking to about the Germans and what in English. Yes. I said because in this case, people have done great, like legends have done the jersey before, the colors.
So you feel privileged to be part of it, to even wear the jersey for a particular year.
And it propels you to even get greater,
exactly. But when it, the Black Stars have held so many players. Even Kelvin Prince Boateng.
Abedi became because of
Black Stars.
Not because of myself, because of Black Stars.
If not for Black Stars, where would have been Kelvin Prince Boateng? If he was playing for Portsmouth, he played for Black Stars South Africa, and then AC Milan.
Exactly.
And he was a hit. Even at the point where he was down, even came to Barca.
And cool.
You get the whole thing. That's the kind of thing you see the foreigners exhibit when they are playing for their team.
Leon saw ACN, in a Black Stars game, not only in Bastia. Before
you see how passionate those players play. They didn't win any trophy.
Exactly.
But when they play, we're happy. See Michael Essien, you see Suleiman Taikus, Stephen Apia, Kujua Sawa, Christian Achu. You see these players play Rock of Gibraltar, John Mensah. And you're happy. Exactly. See, we can lose. We lost the game against Brazil. And we played them.
Exactly.
And we even lost the game, but we're happy.
Yeah, we're happy because we were able to match them.
We're able to match them boot for boot. Now we see these Black Stars meet so cheap teams.
And you see,
very simple teams, and then we struggle. And before you even come in, to hit on that point you made. So are they just coming here to make the money? Because, well, if I don't make the money, I have my club. Are they playing because they love to be? Then they should take the money from them for a period. Get them the plane tickets. Let them come. Don't give them any winning bonuses and see if they will stay.
And you see, the Black Stars is Black Stars, and you see, in every organization or within every fraternity, if there is a division, that is where people tend to, create a lot of confusion, and people begin to place themselves above whoever. At a point in time, we had Black Stars Team B and we had Black Stars Team A. Mm-hmm. So the Team B will play for Chan. Mm-hmm. That is the continental, kind of, yes. Are you getting my point? So in this case, we have Black Stars. We didn't say foreign Black Stars. Can't the local players also play?
Can the local players also play?
All the squad we had from 2026 or up to now, they all played the local league. At the point in time, Liberty Professionals had about 7 players.
They all played the local league. Now this crop of players we have, most of them have not even played our local league before.
We can't even say we can't even mention 2 Black Stars players playing for Kotoko or
No.
Not even this team that a friend played, Zaytuna.
Hey, that team. Zaytuna FC. It's been a while ahead of it.
Zaytuna. I mean, I remember during my Kotowabi days.
Zaytuna FC. I was even the largest team. I forgot the largest.
Alaji Bimbo.
Alaji
Bimbo. Zaytuna, and then later it became To the Mighty Jet. And then I think that's the team that discovered Prince Tego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Zaytuna.
Even you mentioned Liberty Professional, like listen,
Derek Boateng,
Samoajan,
Sulemuntari,
even this Kaikari, they've all played at this Kaikamandi Stars.
And even Ampema Barusu.
Barusu, they challenge me Barusu.
Barusu has retired from the game.
Macho Man Barusu.
Yeah, Macho Man Barusu.
So you see that's the thing.
And even Emmanuel Adukwe Papu.
But the thing is that these guys, it's serious, really. And I don't know why we just keep on skipping the local players, yet we want to develop our leagues. Pick the best players there, because we have corresponding nights in the local league.
At a point in time, in the year 2000 or so, the late Jones Atukwe used House of Folk winning 11 or House of Folk first 11, or I think mix some of the local players, and they were able to defeat. They were able to defeat a country that had foreign players playing for. I've forgotten the exact country.
Really?
Can you imagine? Because during that time they had like committed players, dedicated players.
Even this African Cup of
players who were like more like superstars or the locals in the likes of Chastela. Is it Don Bote, Dankwe? You mentioned them, right?
I mean you just mentioned.
For General and even Ishmaelado and Co. They were playing and they won the game convincingly. I get my point. So even at a point in time when we were playing the qualified for 2006, Chastela at the point he featured. Yeah, he featured and he did very well. But what happened? He wasn't called upon. And you see, that is why that is also what influence most players to travel abroad, because if you don't go there, you wouldn't get a call up.
And the thing is that's another
these days, people are even going to Saudi.
They go to any team. Not every country at all. See,
because they
just
it's not about talent. It's about money. It's about money. That's why
they just come out and give someone money and
and you see, the thing is that the FA must be seriously blamed in the sense that they are the FA and then the sports ministry as well. But you see, I keep saying that, you see, if football is not run by professionals, people who have played it, sin is done that. It's not fine. You can bring in academics. Yeah, we know those of us who call ourselves graduates or whatever because we've done administration, we've done management or whatever it is. However, let the real talent, the legends also, I mean, be in charge of the team. That's why we have, that's why they have the player body association headed by, Tony Pafu and Osikufu and the rest. Like, you see, when Zambia won their Cup of Nations 2012, that's their legend. Is it Kalusha Bwala, right? He helped them win that tournament. And you get my point. When Senegal won, it took
what's the coach?
Aliou Cissé.
Cissé, yeah.
Aliou Cissé helped them win. And then when Egypt won it back to back on three on the trot, it took them Hassan Shiata. He's also a legend of the game.
A legend of the game.
Are you getting my point? So in this
let's come to is it Cote d'Ivoire? Cote d'Ivoire's coach. Is it Cote d'Ivoire? The Rastafarian.
No, which country was that? That's Senegal, rather.
Senegal.
That's Senegal. I'm talking about Aliou Cissé.
Aliou Cissé,
yes. I mean, he helped them because he's a legend of the game. He understands the game.
Senegal,
he's someone who the players will respect.
Exactly.
The other day, I was telling a friend of mine that Otuado is not a legend.
No. He's not.
I mean, when he was playing for Dortmund was just like a mid-table.
It wasn't up to that level.
Yeah. Because, I mean, in the early 2000s, who was Otuado? And even when he played for the Stars, I mean, he just played by virtue of he staying in Germany because
being a foreign player.
Being a foreign player, so living in Germany so that at least he can help the guys understand the German culture and they knew who the Germans are. That was it. But Otuado is not your legend. And I don't think Dortmund will even honor him as a legend. He was your normal player. I get my point. But in this case, if this team is being, coached by Stephen Appiah or maybe Michael Essien, or maybe even John Mensah.
I have Michael Essien was called up as an assistant coach.
Yeah, for Michael Essien, I think a few days ago I watched this interview. He was in town. 3 days back, or let me say a few days ago. And he's an ambassador for Sporty, and then Sporty FM, officially launched their station, and he was called. So he flew into the country, and in this interview with Fifi Bansin, I think Fifi chipped a question or asked a question as to whether he would take the opportunity to come and coach. And he said that it is not part of his plans. And you see, there is a reason why he's saying that. He didn't want to go into details, but I realized that there's someone who is an assistant coach for a team in Denmark. Let's know he will come back, because during his playing days, look at all that happened. Because it was his last tournament that Sule Muntari slapped someone in camp. That was in 2014. So there's no, and you see, they've been there for like years.
No,
they played a team for like almost 20 years.
That issue.
I get my point.
He was part of that camp. There was a division,
and arguably he was the most senior player. So himself and then Sule, maybe Derek Boateng to an extent. And you see, he was also leveled, or he was brought into the picture because people were saying that why probably maybe he was the one who instigated it, and then he's the type that is very always laid back. But you see, I don't think someone like Essien will come. Maybe someone like Appiah, because he's often seen in the country. Maybe someone like Derek Boateng at a point in time said that the team should be headed by a legend of the game. I don't think if Abedi Pele is the coach, any player will misbehave. If Abedi Pele or Sekufo, people have seen done that at the local level, at the international level.
But the issue I'm having is that
they don't regard the coach.
Is it about the misbehavior of the players, or it's about the commitment of the players to play well when they come down?
You see, the thing is that,
because you see, each time this argument comes out, people make the case that these are guys doing so well, scoring in week in week out. Iñaki Williams, you have Semenyo. Jordan is not bad.
Semenyo even scored against Chelsea.
Exactly. Jordan is not. What's the name? You watch the game of what's the name? Arsenal versus.
Is Man City?
No, Man City. Arsenal versus Kudus team was in West Ham. And you saw Kudus's performance even against Partey, and he was praised so well that he did so well.
You see, there's a reason why Partey doesn't want to come back, because he realized that.
But the thing is that, that's what that Partey issue. When you start, that's a long issue. But what I'm saying is that Do they have that commitment?
No, he's realized that some of the players are not committed, and he will come and deliver, and then he will get hit.
Is he himself, is he committed?
You see, when you talk about commitment, someone may have an issue, or someone has something that maybe he doesn't want to come out to say. There are so many things that happen in the camp that players don't like, but who are you to come out to say? I get my point. You see, let's just allow people to vent their spleen, or people to vent their frustration.
But you see that
you hear a lot of revelations.
We said earlier on.
Yeah,
see, we said earlier on.
That will blow your mind.
Every team or every national team has its own issues.
Very good.
We said earlier on that even within the issues, I don't think
Nigeria can.
Even within the issues they have, most of them feel privileged to play for their national team. You see, when they get onto the field, they give in their 100%.
Very good, but you see, then and now are not the same.
I'm speaking of recent.
That's what I'm saying. That you see, some of the players too are not mentally mature, and some of the players these days. And you see, the thing is that
it being mentally mature or being committed?
One, most of them are not committed. Two, you see, some of them, if I'm committed to a work that you've given me, I will do it wholeheartedly because of the respect I have for you, and because of the chemistry or the relationship, or because you are living by example. Are you getting my point? In a sense that these are some of the players probably played, under, or they played with those who just left the scene. So when they were young, maybe somewhere around 20, 21, 22, they played under some of the great. And you see, it's like someone who is a novice in the game. He's observing things. He keeps hearing things. Match, or maybe tournament upon tournaments, right? So now, when they also become that kind of superstars, they also go like, okay, this is what our predecessors did. Are you getting my point? So now, what happens is that they begin to see that, okay, during this time, this particular coach, all the players were giving that respect. Are you getting my point? So now, what are we not doing? You see, the thing is that once you make the players feel that they are bigger than the team.
But that's the thing. Giving that amount of money and begging players who are in third division and fourth division to come and play for us.
And you see that is why I was saying that. You see, when you have a team, that's what I'm saying. You see, Jose Mourinho will tell you that no player is bigger than a team.
That's because of the way he carries himself.
Because even the whole Ronaldo at a point in time was benched by Ronaldo. By Mourinho. Are you getting my point?
I'm even coming to the issue of Ronaldo and Mourinho.
Yeah.
Not even Mourinho. Ronaldo in Portugal.
Exactly.
We saw what happened in the last one.
But look at what he's doing for them.
Exactly.
Yesterday they played a game.
I
think they played against one of the countries.
Yes.
Where I was following that of the Netherlands, and then
you see what I'm trying to say. You watch Messi.
Germany.
You watch Ronaldo. Messi had issues with his teammates some time back.
But he's been able to do
he's been able to do the undoable.
The ultimate.
Win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because of what? Commitment.
Ronaldo also helped them win the Euros.
Now,
I think 8 years back.
You see, the whole thing is that being commitment and feeling that I need to do something for my country.
They start from somewhere. That is where the leadership must come in.
Because they come in and even on one ball, they can't even tackle. They are slow. They play as if they are doing us a favor. You criticize them, they are angry.
Very good. Simply because they feel. If you allow your subordinates, because all the players under the coach, they take instructions from the coach, and you see some of the players also have some kind of relationship with some of the management members.
So they feel
so more or less like you
don't think it's also sometimes
if I be getting boy
probably giving money to some
exactly
so they
because
feel
in this case financial influence comes to play, because if I be getting if I be getting boy, who is to come and tell me that go and train because everything has I'm saying I'm just creating another
if a player thinks that way, then he's not mature.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact of the matter is that
exactly
when you play well, it goes good.
In the last 5 years, right? In the last 5 years, talking about Blackstars, right? Even the year we played, even the year we participated in the Mundial, right? The lab was still the same. So in the last 5 years, right, we can't even in the last 5 years we can't say that the love that we had for the Blasters was the kind of love we had for them when they went to the
how can we have that love for them? No, we just can't. They can't keep on disappointing
because of
us.
The kind of players we have here. Moreover, player selection is also a factor. It's
player selection, because the players who come in are not committed enough.
To the extent that even this guy has vowed not to play for Ghana again, Alfred Duncan. He's had several visits by I mean, by management members, top football officials, and this guy has vowed not to play for the state again or not to play for the country again. So no love for the motherland. Because this was someone who was, during his prime, even though he's still in his prime, when he was really Alfred Duncan, he comes and then he sits on the bench. Meanwhile, some Anamu players playing. So I get my point.
So many Anamu players
are playing. Yeah.
So many Anamu players are playing.
For the Stars, that's why even I need to extend that these days we are even paired against Chad. Can you imagine?
We are paired against Chad,
Comoros,
and even Chad. Even we are not sure we can even win Chad. Back in the day when we see Chad, it was even a funny encounter.
I think the last time we watched a game of the Stars in this studio was, I think, last year.
We
played against one of, is it Niger also?
Where Jordan scored,
we were struggling to even win a game.
The last minute
we're struggling. I get my point. Playing against a team or a landlocked country, Niger, they don't even have better stadia. So can you imagine? So I think basically I also want to seize opportunity to, the sports ministry, and then there was the National Sports Authority, that they must really sit with the GFA and make sure that the right thing is done. The Black Stars shouldn't be made as a cash
anyway, Kofi Adams said,
because people have sacrificed for the state. And
Kofi Adams clarified something the last time, that our current sports minister, that no money will be expended by GFA. He
was a sports teacher at Adisado College, and I think that maybe he can
at the ministry, when the GFA comes to them, okay, this is what we need, scrutinize before releasing any
action funds, speaks louder than words.
So this is first task. And he's encouraged all of us.
If he's going to implement that to help us, and also he also did say that he's going to renovate the Cape Coast Stadium, and that stadium is going to be used to play. Going to be used for only Black Stars game. I think that is a wrong statement, or maybe that is below the past statement. I think that the Cape Coast Stadium, if it is going to be renovated, I think that we also have Premier League teams in the central region, or even some other Premier League teams can use that place as their home ground.
I'm sure they will definitely use it.
That is what he said. So I think that
I'm sure the Premier League teams will definitely use, but it will be brought up to standard that the Black Stars.
But he didn't say that it is going to be for only Black Stars games. So
so
I think for that one, if you say that
there will be a waste of resources.
Exactly. So I think that the FA, we must really have serious administration as far as the FA is concerned. We must have proper technical team. We shouldn't just say Tuado, John Payne, so fine. These are good guys, but I think that we've gone beyond this kind of alliance selection kind of thing.
I feel we're bringing the wrong team with wrong players.
Exactly.
I feel we need to give chance to the local players, because if you don't give them chance, you never know.
I keep saying that even some of the boys who see them at Karikari here can truly represent the country and even excel.
Far better. We can't have a striker who scores one goal in the whole period, and then when he scores one, we feel he's not.
No, he's not done anything.
We need a striker who is that prolific.
Our sense of mediocrity must be must be wiped out.
Personally, let's encourage everyone to follow the Black Stars.
For the Black Stars, the love is still there, but not as it used to be. But
we are playing against minimum of 2.
We are playing against the Chadians. For me, I can't predict a scoreline, but hey, a win will
hopefully win.
The optimism is there.
At least you should score 2. To give us a kind of him, to bring a bit of a love back to Black Stars.
Don't play for the money anyway, even though money is good, but hey,